Hello everyone, welcome to episode 4 of the Dawggone Truth. I am Pdaaaawg, the person that's going to be talking in this video. And what's going to happen is, this episode I'm going to do a review on Modern Warfare 3. I know I'm about 4 months late, but oh well, better late than never. I got this game about a month ago, let's say. I think I got it like January 2nd, and now it's January 21st? Yeah, January 21st. And I'm going to review this game, so let's just get started. Now, before we begin, I'm just going to say that I have, like, if you didn't see my Dose of the Dog on Call of Duty, I have been playing Call of Duty. Like, I did play Call of Duty 4, I didn't touch World at War. I was really, like, hardcore into Modern Warfare 2. I kind of played Black Ops, and now we've got Modern Warfare 3. So I'll be making probably comparisons and all that, to both of those games. To mainly Modern Warfare 2, because, I mean, let's face it, those two games, like, kind of the same, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. So anyway, campaign of Modern Warfare 3, it's gripping, exhilarating, and all that jazz. You know, it's just like a normal Call of Duty campaign. It's probably just as good as the other two campaigns. Well, maybe Call of Duty 4's campaign was a little bit better just because, you know, you had the nuke and all that. But I mean, yeah, I don't think it's really good. It's really good seeing, like, some of the, like, the world attractions, you know, getting blown up and stuff, like the Eiffel Tower. Like, London looks a lot like London because you have, like, you know, like the colors, and you can see Big Ben in the background and all that. It's really cool, like, running around shooting all these bad guys, but you have, you know, like, landmarks and stuff all around you, which I think is pretty neat. There's still a lot of variety in the campaign, like, you know, you can, like, take on mortars, you can use an AC-130, you got a whole pile of guns to use. The story's quite gripping. It's still on the shorter side, but I mean, you know, it's Call of Duty, so you have to expect that, so I'm not really that disappointed in the campaign. I think the campaign's really good. They've also got a new mode called Survival Mode, which I think is really cool. But it's kind of like a replacement for zombies because, you know, pretty much the Treyarch Call of Duty games had zombies in, excluding Call of Duty 3. And like it's like a cult classic for most gamers that play Call of Duty, because some people would literally buy Call of Duty just for zombies. Like, you know, they play the campaign and they hardly even touch the multiplayer. They just go straight to zombies. And in Modern Warfare 3, like, Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer Games decided that, you know, they might as well have their own version of this rather than just having, like, Modern Warfare 2, you know, having the spec up campaign and multiplayer. So they decided to have the survival. Survival was 2 players, which I'm a little bit disappointed about. I was expecting 4 players, but you know, it says that it's like a spec up mission, but it would have been really cool if you got 4 people around, and you could have probably spiked up the difficulty if you got 4 people anyway. And then it's really good because you can buy, like, weapons and grenades and kill streaks. The enemies, you know, they're really weak, and there's quite a good variety, or at least somewhat. It kind of stops being cool. Like, it kind of like stops changing after, like, the 10th wave, because after the 10th wave you've pretty much seen everything, and then it's just going to repeat and it's going to get a bit harder. The only thing that changed between, like, you know, the large amount of waves of the troops, because the troops get stronger and they have better weapons and stuff, but apart from that, like, the same kind of, like, deals come across, like helicopters and juggernauts and stuff. Like, you know, it's nothing too, I guess, like, if you get a later level they all combined, and, you know, you get a whole pile of, like, everything, which I think is pretty cool. But I guess, like, it would have been pretty good if you had like a lot of more, a lot of more, what? If you had a lot more variety in that, and, you know, you could have thrown in a couple of other stuff. I don't know, like predator missiles falling from the sky, or I really don't know, but it could have been a bit more creative for, you know, for you know, variety. The maps that they use are all the multiplayer maps, and it kind of goes into 4 difficulties. It's pretty much the same difficulties where you get in the campaign. It's recruit, regular, hardened, and veteran. And you got 5 maps for each, or 4 maps. I'm not sure which one. And it's pretty. It kind of helps you get used to the map a bit more. Like, if you play in this survival mode, so that's just kind of like an outside thing. Like, it doesn't really apply that much to it. Like, it's not the main focus on it. It is pretty fun because I have played it both solo and with a friend of mine, and it's pretty cool. And it's not XPS and it's one of my other friends, and it's pretty like cool. Like, you know, the teamwork involved. It does. True, I did say it's better for 4 players in my opinion, but, like, I mean, if you have the 2 players, you got the 2 player synergy, and, you know, you can both help each other out a lot more, and I think that's pretty no, and I think that's pretty neat that you can kind of, like, watch their backs and stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. But let's talk about the main part. This is probably going to be the longest chapter ever. I'm already done all this in 5 minutes, and this will probably be like 20 minutes long, this next part. Because since I've played a lot of Modern Warfare 2, I know a lot about that multiplayer. Like, I know all the maps, all the kill streaks, all the weapons, you know. I could probably recite like a whole pile of weapons for you right now. I probably couldn't recite them all. I know I could tell you which are the best weapons, I could tell you which are the worst weapons. Modern Warfare 3, I'm getting used to it, kind of. You know, I'm still ranking up. And I haven't prestige yet. In fact, I'm not really that close to it. I think I just over halfway across. I'm just over halfway, like through the first prestige, or zero prestige if you want to call it that. So I've been playing it a bit, and I'm getting used to the maps, getting used to the guns, you know, just what you would normally do. And I think it's just a rough overview. I would say that there's a couple of stuff that they have done which is pretty neat, and there are a couple of stuff that I'm a bit annoyed about. But you know, me being someone that's always loved Modern Warfare 2, even though, you know, people say, oh, it's a really bad game, but if you avoid all that stuff like one-man noob tubing and quit scoping, which we're going to be talking about in this and how they've tried to prevent them or whatever, and how they have failed to prevent them, that's another case. So let's just jump right in. I do think that Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer, I don't think, obviously I'm kind of biased, so I'm going to say at the moment there's kind of equal, but I mean, like, whenever I was playing Modern Warfare 2, like, I was really into it, and that was, like, the only game I was playing for quite a long time. As with now, I'm playing all kinds of games along with Modern Warfare 3, so I haven't put in my whole dedication into it to really, like, learn it and, you know, get down to basics. I don't quickscope in this game, even though I did quickscope quite a lot on Modern Warfare 2. I just don't really like quickscoping anymore, and even though my favorite sniper, the Barrett's in it, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right in this game. So let's see what they've tried to like. Let's have a little look at what we have. I've actually got the menu of up here, so let's just go over each of the gun categories and let's just go over them a little bit. You got the assault rifles, which like I said, since I haven't hit the complete prestige, I haven't seen all the guns, but I mean, I do know enough about them to talk about them. So you got like, you know, you got the M4A1, the M16. The unfortunate thing is some of the guns at the M16 are almost completely worthless and they become very obsolete like later on whenever you unlock better guns. Because like, since there's no stopping power as a perk, then you know it's really hard to like, kill people with like a 3 burst. At least in my opinion, whenever I was using the M16, M4A1 is just what it normally is. It's just a standard. It's just a standard gun that you could shoot with. And it does get a bit better as it scrolls down. And we're gonna have a little intermission here because I'm gonna say people have been saying to me, "Oh, this gun's broken, this gun's broken," but I'm gonna say that the main, like my top 3 guns, I think are broken, if I could even call them that. I don't think any gun here's really broken, but I know that a few guns are a bit better than others. So I would think in my top 3, number 3 would probably be the Type 95, which is a lot of people have been complaining about that. That's the second 3-round burst rifle you get whenever you know rank up. I think number 2 is the PP90M1. I don't know about you, but I see a lot of people equipping this, and you know that gun seems really good, like unbelievably good. And I really don't know why. Like it's like I mean, how many you only have to get like one more SMG and then you just unlocked it. And apparently it's really good. I've been killed by it multiple times. Like I think that's one of the most used guns in this game. Which, like I said, I'm not really a part of the Call of Duty community, so I'm not sure if you Call of Duty community sees agree with me. But I do think that that is quite an overpowered gun. And obviously, I think after I agree with everyone in this, and the Striker is probably the most broken gun in this game. If I was to call it broken, I'm not saying it's broken, but I think the best gun in this game is a Striker because the fact that the Striker was never bad, by the way, because in Modern Warfare 2, I used to use the Striker quite a lot, and it was pretty underrated, and now it's kind of like overinflated because most of the shotguns suck in this game, which we'll get to. And I do think that it's pretty like I mean let's look into reality here. Do you really think a Striker, like a shotgun, would actually beat say an assault rifle at like medium range to kill them? I think it's absolutely ridiculous how like you could run with a Striker and like shoot people from across the map with a Striker and like kills them in like 2 hits. I think that's really stupid. Especially the fact when what is it called? One of the proficiencies is like more damage. I think that's really stupid. Like at least if you're gonna put it in a shotgun, at least give it to the rest of the guns. But even then, it shouldn't even be there. That was a stupid proficiency to put in, especially for a shotgun like the Striker. So, you know, you can get stuff like, oh, range and a grip and all kinds of stuff just to make the gun even worse. And I do think that is probably the worst gun. Like, it is probably the best gun in this game. And it's pretty upsetting because, you know, like, of all the things, a shotgun to be like the best gun, and the fact that a whole pile of people could just run around and shoot people from across the map and beat assault rifles is really stupid. The guns that I've been using the most, I think, are the Scar and the P90 are the two main guns that I use, because I don't really, you know, I'm not really one to test out a whole pile of stuff. I do use guns like the ACR and the M4A1. I don't use many snipers. If I was to use one, I'd use the Barrett all the time. I don't even care about any sniper I'll get. LMGs I never use, and Riot Shield I never use. They're pretty stupid. For shotguns, I would use either the AA-12. I don't really use the Striker that much because I don't want to be a complete tool, and I'm not going to. Like, as you can see, I don't really use many of the really stupid guns in this game. I guess the P90 and the Scar are a bit bad, but I mean, or good. Whenever I say bad, I mean like bad as in people don't like you whenever you use them. But I mean, they're nowhere near as bad as the Striker. So let's break down some other stuff here. Snipers. The problem is though with this game is that quick scoping still here, and I guess it's alright. I didn't really have much of a problem with it. I can understand why they kept it in. But at the same time, I do think that no scoping has gotten a lot easier. Because at like the same time, if I'm using an AA-12, I don't want to flip and run into a room and get shot by like one bullet by like a sniper immediately. Like, you know, no thought into it. Like, it's almost as bad as a shotgun, like in terms of no scoping for that. Unless, you know, a across the map no scope, that's pretty crazy. But I mean, up close and then just, you know, with such accuracy and like shoot me immediately is pretty stupid. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so yeah, quick scoping is still it's alright. Like, I don't really have a problem with it. Noob tubing is another thing they really didn't want, and the main you know bad stuff about it. Danger close is not in the game. One man army's not in the game, so you don't have to worry that much about that. Commando isn't in the game. Stopping power isn't in the game. So most of the really overused perks in Modern Warfare 2 aren't here, which I think is a really good thing. They decided to go for some variety, and let me just look at the perks at the moment. So as you can see, you've got, well, as you can't really see because you're looking at pictures, and nobody flame about that because I got like 5 dislikes on my WWE review because I only use pictures. Recon is absolutely useless. I would never use it because it's really not that, especially for a blue perk. Like, a blue perk is meant to be your best perk. I wouldn't use explosive damage paints the targets on the mini map as my extreme #1 perk. Sleight of hand is sleight of hand. Is really good. Blind Eye is also a really good one. But at the same time, though, in the original one, Cold Blooded served everything. Cold Blooded was, you know, you can't get shot by a helicopter, you can't be seen by UAVs out there. But Blind Eye is only you can't be shot by sentries or air support. And I do think like it's pretty smart how they separated them. So that's extreme conditioning, sprint for longer distances, not unlimited sprinting like it was in Modern Warfare 2, and Scavenger is a Scavenger. So I do like the fact that the Sleight of Hand and Scavenger are in the same category, because in Black Ops they were both different. Like, I could just see everyone using Sleight of Hand and Scavenger because it was such a good combination. So I really didn't like that much. Perk number 2, or perk slot number 2, Quick Draw, I think is pretty cool because it used to be the Sleight of Hand Pro version, which I think is pretty nice. It's now got its own separate like a category of slot. Blast Shield's another pretty weird one. It kind of reminds me of the Blast Shield, as in the thing that you had that you could equip in Modern Warfare 2. I think it serves the same purpose, which isn't very good. Hardline's hardline, you know, one less kill. I always use hardline as well because, you know, it's just a really dependable perk. Assassin is the one I was talking about, the one that you can't be seen by UAVs or thermal or heartbeat sensors or radar or blah, blah, blah. And the problem is, though, I think this is probably the most used perk out of all of them. Because, well, not really. I think in terms of the red slot, it definitely is the most used. Because at the same time, it is pretty annoying. But, oh well. It was in Modern Warfare 2, Cold-Blooded and Stopping Power were in the same slot. And, like, everyone went for Stopping Power for Cold-Blooded, which I thought was pretty neat. And Overkill, which hasn't been brought back since Modern Warfare 1, yeah. And it's pretty interesting, but I don't really see that many people using it, because I mean, you could just pick up a gun and that would serve as overkill. But I use it for one class, so I'm not really that worried about it. And then perk number 3, these are the ones that are kind of like your side ones. Marksman is pretty weird. Stalker's a pretty smart one, because it was I don't think you could ever run as quick as you could while aiming down your sight. You probably could. I think maybe it was like I think it was maybe like a Marathon Pro. I'm not really that sure. Sit rep still here, and even though it is useful, nobody uses it, so oh well. Steady aim. is Steady Aim. It's another pretty used one, and then Dead Silence is. It was originally, I know this one. It was a pro for it was pro for a perk in Modern Warfare 2, and everyone loved it. Like everyone would use that pro just for the Dead Silence type perk that you could get with it. So it's pretty like the situation with the perks are pretty smart. I do like the way they're situated. It gives you a nice variety of stuff. Like I said, Assassin's kind of, overused, but I can't really say anything about that. Like another interesting thing they've done. Well, obviously there's grenades, but really there's nothing too special about these. You got bouncing Bettys are back in this game, but apart from that, frag, throwing knife, Semtex, claymore, and C4, they're always present. They're always just serve the same purpose. Flash, concussion, scrambler. Scrambler's a pretty weird thing that you could have as a grenade. I thought that was pretty weird. EMP grenade, that's pretty weird as well. Smoke grenade is just smoke grenade. Trophy system, I have no idea how that works. Tactical insertion is tactical insertion. And a portable radar, I don't even know what that does because I haven't played the game long enough to understand that. The strike packages I think are really smart. I really did like the way they done this, in which every single class has a separate kill streak award type system, because in Modern Warfare 2 it was all just one system and then all of your classes had to obey it. And also about that, there are now 3 different categories. Assault was what you had before in all the other Call of Duty games. Support is a brand new one where you could, rather than go for kills, you go to help your team, and the deaths do, or the kills don't reset after each death. The kills don't reset after each death, so that's pretty cool. And specialist is the one that I use most of the time because it gives you a perk per every 2 kills, I think. So every single time you get 2 kills, you get another perk, and then you get another perk, and then you get another perk, and then you can get all the perks if you hit 8 kills, I think. And you can pick what 3 perks you want at which order, which I think is pretty neat. Obviously, you can't pick perks you haven't unlocked, but I use that for I think 3 of my classes, and I think it's really, I really do like that, and I'm really glad that they put it in. So in terms of assault, looking at the kill streaks, really, I don't really know what half of them do, to be honest. UAV is UAV, care package is care package, IMS is pretty stupid, I think, because I didn't really use it that much, and whenever I did once, it was really bad. Predator missile is always pretty smart. It's always pretty smart. What? It's always pretty good. Sentry gun is still okay. Precision airstrike. They don't have a Harrier in this game though, which I think is pretty good, because now they, rather than make a precision airstrike, rather than make a Harrier, now they've got a precision airstrike, and then they made the attack helicopter much better in this game. I think they made it much better in Black Ops as well. Attack helicopter was what I just said. It was a lot better in this game. The strafe run, I have no idea what that means, but 886 Overwatch, I've been told by Cameron that's a really good kill streak, but I don't know. I haven't really used it. The Reaper, I think the Reaper's a really good kill streak because you could fire like missiles or Predator missiles, I think. I look at your own rate, which I think is pretty cool, and you could fire as many of them as you can within the time limit. That's a pretty nice perk, and that's at 9. Assault drone is pretty confusing. AC-130 is an AC-130, but I think because of the maps in this game, they're a bit more indoor. Because remember in Modern Warfare 2 you had like Afghan or Wasteland or Derail, those other maps, like, they're mostly outside, so killstreak like this were a lot better. The Pdaaaawg is just, the Pdaaaawg, like I've always said. But it's a lot better. Now it's 12 kills rather than 9, which is what it was in Modern Warfare 2. The Juggernaut kill streak, which I think is pretty nice, because now you can actually get a Juggernaut. I did actually want this. Whenever I was playing Spec Ops and Modern Warfare 2, I was like, oh flip, I wish that they could have had a Juggernaut type thing in Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer, and they actually did in this game. But that's 15 kills you have to get. That's pretty extreme. And then 17 kills I can't even pronounce it, but you know what I mean. It drops care packages and protects them, which I think is pretty nice. That's another like smart kill streak, and that's always a little. I can't even speak. Oh my goodness. And I think it's a pretty neat kill streak that they put in. But that's 17 kills as well. I mean, 17 kills in a row is pretty steep. Support, UAV, counter UAV, ballistic vest I think is really smart, because now you can that really does aid your team, and you get points for every single time they use it, and they are actually quite smart. Like, they are actually pretty effective. I keep on saying smart and neat and all there. Airdrop trap, and I have got mixed feelings about this perk or kill streak. I keep on saying perk about this kill streak because, I mean, on the one hand, it is pretty cool because now you've got the psychological edge, and you know, nobody's gonna pick up any more. Nobody's gonna steal any more care packages in case any of them's an airdrop trap. But I mean, at the same time, after the first week of this game being out, I think everyone realized to not pick up a care package. That's pretty useless. So you'll only hit like the newbies with that there kind of trick. Sam Turret is I think it returned from Black Ops. It wasn't in Modern Warfare 2, I think. I'm not sure. But it's another pretty cool kill streak and it's really beneficial for this support class. Recon drone is another pretty smart one because it's a bit like a UAV in a way, except you can track individual people in all what they do. Advanced UAV is always a good one. I do think though there should have been a kill streak here. I'm not sure whether it would have been the advanced UAV or not. That should have, you know, looked at everyone, even if they had, you know, blind eye or assassin, like it viewed everyone and it viewed whatever they done all the time, like, you know, like the arrows like that does for the advanced UAV, but you track them the whole time. You don't have to do a little beeping thing. And I think that would have been a pretty cool perk, but make it like, you know, 15 kills or something, and then then there would have been no escape from it, but you'd have to, like, you know, work for it. Remote sentry is you can control the sentry gun, which I always thought was a pretty smart idea. And thank goodness they put it in, because it is a really interesting idea that they put in. Stealth bomber. Now this is kind of a problem because I loved the stealth bomber in Modern Warfare 2. Like that was one of the main ones I used if I wasn't going for a nuke. I would use a stealth bomber in it, and, you know, maybe, you know, after that have a chopper gunner. But the stealth bomber I think is another, like, it's good that it's in the support class. At the same time, like, why is it in the support class? I don't know. I think the precision airstrike should have been in the support class rather than the stealth bomber. And the problem with this is now, if you're running a support class, you're always gonna have a stealth bomber in it. And the problem with that is now, like, there's gonna be so many stealth bombers like the whole time during the fight. Like, you're gonna be hit by at least 5 stealth bombers in a match, like, on average. Same for UAV. UAV is almost constant now. If people have, like, you know, assault and support, especially with support, the fact that now you can die and still get a UAV, and, like, that's why people use assassin and blind eye a lot more. EMP, same problem. EMP, everyone, like, that used to be really rare in Modern Warfare 2, and, like, unless you're going for the emblem for it, like, the what the heck, like, you know, it's very overused. EMPs are pretty common now, which I don't really like. Juggernaut Recon, which is, you know, the same as what it was in Assault, except now it's 18 kills, and Escort Airdrop was, the same. It's pretty much the same as what the Assault one was, except you don't control it, I don't think. And the specialists I just talked about. So out of all those, you get a nice little mix of stuff that you can do, and you can, like, you know, switch about. The death streaks are okay, like Just and Revenge and Final Stand and Martyrdom. Dead Man's Hand and Hollow Point, I don't know what they do yet. So yeah, I do like the little things. Aside from that, I do like the fact they kept titles and emblems, because I didn't really like making my own emblem. It's a bit stupid. So I do like the fact that now it actually encourages you to do challenges, rather than in Black Ops you didn't really care for challenges. In this one, now if you want to get, you know, 100 headshots with a gun to get its title, you really want to do it, because, you know, you get a title for it. And at the same time, like the Mother of All Bombs, that was the final one I forgot to mention. Mother of All Bombs is 24 kills, I think, and like, you don't get anything for it. Like, it just does something. I don't know what it does, but like, you don't accomplish anything, so there's no boosting for it because you don't really accomplish anything from that. Clan tags are back, which is pretty irrelevant. And apart from that, I think it's pretty good. I've been doing quite well in this game. My kills to death at the moment, I would just check, currently is at 1.80, which I think is pretty cool. Like, at the time that I'm recording this, obviously it'll be cool. It'll either be going up or down, you know, depending on how well I do. I'm probably gonna jump on this now a bit as well. So yeah, that's pretty much Modern Warfare 3. As a final thought, I do think that some of the stuff that they have done here is a bit stupid. some of the things that they've done here, like the striker and some of the kill streaks being overused, you know, stuff like that there is pretty annoying. But apart from that, it's a pretty good package. Oh, the final thing about it is maps. The maps I think are pretty cool. A lot of them are short, or like short close quarters, close encounters, whatever you want to call it. So that people will be using, like, you know, the UMP or the whatever the heck that submachine gun I said was really bad, and the P90 and all those other guns are quite common. You know, like shotguns like the striker are common as well. So it's pretty smart. And The longer range maps, you could use, snipers or grenades, and grenades are completely useless in this game because one thing that they didn't want people to be noob tubing or using grenades that much. So they decided to make them absolutely useless, and I do think that in terms of attachments and proficiencies are always good on guns. Like I do like that little element. Oh, flippin'! I forgot to mention weapon ranks. Weapon ranks are really smart in this game. So now you can rank up your weapons as well as your class, and you don't have to get 100 headshots for red camo or whatever the heck it was. Now you just rank up enough, then you can get all the camos and the attachments and stuff, and you don't have to get you don't have to get so 40 bullet penetration kills to get extended max. It just comes there. So I think that's a really good idea on Infinity Ward's part. Proficiencies I have mixed feelings about. Some of them are useful, some of them are absolutely trash. The attachments and the guns are really like some of them are really good, like the red dot and the fact that you can customize your red dot a lot more now. But you can't change the color of them though, which is sad. Are pretty good. Whereas probably the top two worst attachments you get on this assault rifle anyway is the grenade launcher, because all you'll get are hit marks, and the shotgun's probably the worst because I mean, like literally you're getting nothing but hit marks, and if you're in, a grenade launcher is okay as long as you're really far away from someone. If you get a hit mark, you're like, oh okay, that's fine. But if you're in close quarters and you use a shotgun, like a little attachable shotgun, and if you shoot someone, you get a hit mark, they're gonna kill you immediately, which is pretty dumb. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Maps are pretty good. Arcaden is really bad. Let's just say that. Interchange is really good. So anyway, that's Dose of the Dawg. No, it's not. It's the Dawggone Truth. I'll make another Dose of the Dawg. Don't worry. Dose of the Dawg's coming. I already know I'm gonna make my next one on. Expect it quite soon. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. Once again, don't complain about the flipping pictures that I'm gonna show. I can't be bothered recording anything or doing an IRL one, because they take too much effort. Anyway, Pdaaaawg, signing out. I'm probably going to play more of this game. Expect more Dawggone Truths, Dose of the Dawgs, footage, and all that. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.